Great. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Just had to adjust something. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Today is a weird type of energy day. I wouldn't say it's a bad one. I would just say it's weird. And I don't know. Let's just get started. Let's just get started. So, okay. I'm doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sorry. I was thinking of my cat. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Also for those of us who, we're not Piscean anything, but we're here on this channel. That's okay. You don't have to be Pisces. You can definitely continue to be who you are. And then, listen to the messages and get guidance. Soul. That's fine. That works. I asked what this reading was going to be about. I'm starting to surge hot energy. My face is getting warm and everything. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I was told is even more fixated on you now. So someone's fixated on you. When is someone not? I think that's the more accurate question. When is someone not fixated on you? Right? Let's see what the cards have to say. I can't even joke around right now. I'm just like, when is someone not? When? Never. Never. Someone's always fixated on you. It's the truth. It's not even about you having some inflated sense of self or anything like that. Like, literally, empathic energy, someone's always fixated on you. Mm-hmm. Let's put this here. All right, let's get started. With this, a lot of cards. Okay, we'll do past, present, and future. That's what we'll do. Okay, past, present, future. Past, present, future. Past, present, future. Present, we need one more. Future. All right. Let's see how this goes. I'm keeping the cards face down so I could be just as surprised as you are. Let's pull 3 from here. I want to be just as surprised as you about what the heck's going on. Oh my God. La, la, la. You're about to lose me. Okay. All right. Whew. Let's see. Oh, Lord. There's some stuff going on. So in the past, there's been a lot of Queen of Swords energy in reverse, right? Narrow-mindedness, maliciousness, deceitfulness, vengefulness, a treacherous enemy, an ill-tempered person. So in the past, there's been issues, and maybe you have been a little bit excessive in your approach. Maybe you've been a little too irritated to see that you didn't need to feel that way. You know what I mean? Obviously, if people are being disrespectful, then yeah, you definitely need to feel that way. But I'm wondering if this did not have that element of disrespectfulness, right? I'm wondering if this had more of an element of you don't know where this is going. And so it kind of scares you And so you became a little bit reactive. Okay. It might be something like that. I definitely feel like if someone if someone is being disrespectful with your boundaries, no, you don't have to be nice. You don't have to be patient. You don't have to be any of that. And to choose to be any of that, the patient and try and understand their story, you are giving them permission to do this to you. Okay. You are allowing them to think that this behavior that they're doing that you find disrespectful is okay. So we have to stop with that like narrative. Okay. You got the star card. Hope, faith, inspiration, bright prospects, mixing of the past and present. So I'm wondering, is this someone that you had a past life type of situation with? Is that what it is? And things kind of got muddled because that past life history was a very complex it was a very complex connection, one that involved multiple lifetimes, one that maybe was very, very intense. And in that intensity, um, just so many things happened between the two of you in so many different lifetimes that it got miscommunicated in this lifetime. Or not miscommunicated, misinterpreted. Okay. Um, this feels really intense. This feels really, really, really intense. Like it's about to come to a head or something. I don't know. It feels super duper intense. They're fixated on you so hardcore today. Um, so it is so fixated on you. I could feel it. So much fixation. King of Coins in reverse. See corruption. Using any means to achieve the desired end. Unfaithfulness, an old and vicious man, peril, thriftlessness. So it's almost like was it this thing of like they thought they were going to withhold themselves from you. They thought they were going to take away their attention, and that's what would punish you. How'd that work out? That work out the way you thought? It's one of those things. I think there was a miscalculation because I mean, by the feel of it, this is something that probably happened several years back at this point. I mean, this does not feel new. This doesn't feel new. Um, and they're still fixated on you. That's telling me that they're not going to let go. They're just not going to let go. That was a major miscalculation. Calculation. That was a major miscalculation. On their end. Y'all don't withhold your attention or affection from someone to like teach them a lesson. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people should absolutely withhold their attention from me and just leave me the F alone. But those are stalkers. So, seriously, if you use that whole concept of you're going to withhold yourself to kind of force them into a position where they have no choice but to agree with your stance or you're out, well, just see yourself out then. Just see yourself out. I know I'm not the only Piscean that's like this. I know that for a fact. I'm not the only Piscean that's like this. See, listen, Ocean Lover, or look, Ocean Lover says Pisceans tend to swim away from stuff like that. That's up to you. And that's definitely up to you. That's happened a few times where people thought they could like withhold affection or friendship or whatever. And it's just like, oh, bye. Like, you be free. Born free. Born free as the grass grows. Born free as the wind blows. You were born free. You go ahead and be free. So getting serious because, you know, we want serious reading, I guess. 3 of Cups, resolution of a problem, conclusion. Oh, solace, healing, satisfactory result, compromise. So now they've learned. Now they've learned. They've learned you's not the one. They've learned you got that big energy. That energy. Yeah, I think they've realized this is something that's happened in the past, and I think they've realized that the approach definitely needs to be shifted. I mean, I'm even wondering, did they move on with their life only to realize there's no moving on from a Piscean? I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't know. Maybe they did try to move on, and you have been, you know, like present in their thoughts this whole time. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to convince you to give someone another chance. I want to make that very clear. I'm not trying to convince you to give anyone another chance. I'm just, you know, the cards are coming out the way they are. So this is part of that past energy, and this is what's carrying over to the present. So card number 5, 5 being the number of change, Mars, force. War does not determine who is left. Oh, who is right, only who is left. The 2 of you went into full-on war mode, huh? The 2 of you went into full-on war mode. So maybe I need to call you out because I'm wondering if you barely won that just because you're just that like a hair more stubborn than them. I'm wondering if you're reciprocating their feeling, but you got burned. And so, you know, you playing it off, you're walking it off, Smalls. But in reality, you know, it's kind of this thing of like, what's actually going on here? What are you actually trying to do here? If what you're doing is to punish them because they hurt your feelings, I think it's going to blow up in your face if you don't stop. If they come to talk to you and you pretend like, you know, you don't care, you don't want them around, just be careful of that. If you really do want them around, like really be honest with yourself. You have to really, really, really be honest with yourself. Because the sense that I get, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to call you out like the big sister that I am. But yeah, I feel like you like them. I feel like you're reciprocating this, but it's almost like you're entering into a toxic period where you just, you know, you've been hurt so many times. You've been disappointed so many times, and now you're like, well, I want to be the toxic one this time. I mean, you could if you want. But sorry. Okay, let me just leave that alone. Leave that alone. Okay, so Mars card suggests there's something you may have to fight for. I'm wondering, is this person now ready, willing to go the distance to try and rectify whatever it was that fell apart between the 2 of you, right? Let's see. Mars makes us shove hard in a way the other planets don't. One might call him the bully among the planets. I don't know. Mars is a ruler of sexuality and aggression. It allows us to face the different challenges in life and to follow our passions no matter what stands in the way. So it's almost a sense of like whatever blockages that were created, whoever this reading is about, whether it's for you or the other person, it's almost as though they're wanting to push through whatever roadblocks they've put in front of themselves to get to what they want, which I believe is you. This card also means to push back in terms of defense. When Mars is strong in a chart or a reading, you may either face aggressive situations, with a need to confront or defend, or an intense, rousing encounter, which may or may not involve romance. Mars indicates overwhelming attraction. They are so overwhelmingly drawn to your juju. I don't know. Maybe take a shower or something. I don't know. Use some like Dawn dish soap, the blue kind, the degreaser. I use some of that for your body soap. I'm wondering if you have just too much oil on your skin and it's causing your pheromones to get stuck to your skin. And that's what's calling them in, your pheromones brings all the boys to the yard and they're like, you know what I'm saying? So they're just drawn to you. I don't know. You're wafting some sort of energy. Are you ovulating? Is that what it is? I don't know. These are just questions you might want to ask yourself. You might be ovulating. And some people can sense that from hundreds of thousands of miles away. Sometimes they can sense you're ovulating. I don't know. Maybe they're looking at all your social media posts. Like every once in a while, I'll realize that my social media posts have been put on public again because Facebook is a bitch. Facebook is a friend of me, and so it'll put my posts on public again, which I don't really post that much. But and I'll have to go back and limit my past posts because no, you don't get to watch me. You get to watch the readings, but you don't get to watch my personal private life. You want to watch that, you got to be an actual friend to me. See what I'm saying? This is about cultivating your space. Don't allow yourself to get in this thing where it's just this game of you're going to post something, hoping that someone sees it. No, baby boo. Everything I post is not for anyone to see unless you're part of my friend list. And unfortunately, I'm not adding new friends. Yeah. I'm wondering if that explains something. So I have a couple core people who have been part of my Facebook profile for quite some time, right? And I'm like, why are these bitches adding me again? Did they unfriend me? And I'm looking and it's like, ew, they're new profiles. What's going on here? And I'm just like, maybe I should re-add it. Maybe I shouldn't. So sometimes what people do, and this is what I've seen, okay? This is why my friends list is not published, how many people follow me or whatever, it's not published. None of that is published because I've realized people who go above and beyond to stalk you, they will find the people who you interact with on your posts. And they will friend request them using a troll account so that you will see you have a ton of mutual friends and you will add them. I don't give a shit how many people we know mutually. If I don't know you, no. So the other week, a couple weeks ago, one of my friends who's actually a really good friend, she friend requested me. It was her same profile picture. I'm like, did she unfriend me? And so I messaged her. This time I actually messaged someone and I was like, hey, boo, did you try and add me again? You have a new account? She's like, no. So I screenshot that account that tried to add me and I was like, this is not you. They got your profile picture and your freaking cover, that like banner picture in the back. That's not you. They copied everything you wrote. But they only have like 3 friends. That's not you. And they're like, no, oh my God, that's not me. To which in my head, I'm like, are you possessed? This is what it is. Demons trying to enter my life through you. Is that what it is? And then I realized, okay, that's excessive. That question, the final question was a bit excessive. I know she doesn't play games like that. So I realized that person, whoever it is, that's probably the same person who's been creating tons of accounts to try and add me. I don't know who you are, nor do I care. No entrance. No. You guys have to cultivate your space. You have to absolutely cultivate your space. I don't know if this is the person that this reading is about. The person this reading is about right now feels very contrite. They don't feel full of like assholery and malarkey. You know what I'm saying? I would assume malarkey smells very musty, like moldy musty. Don't be full of malarkey. Don't smell like that. That's just no. No, 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 no. No. This is something that's like, oh, it's almost like unfinished business between you and another person. Like whatever happened, there was an interference, and then I'm not saying that. So I'm sorry, guys. My thought process has been interrupted because I have both Marlene and Michael speaking loudly. Hush your fuss. They're both talking so loud. No, I'm doing a reading. Anywho, right now, action is needed. It's not a good time to sit back and wait. Like, whoever this is, you better hurry up. You're about to lose your opportunity. For what? I don't know. I don't know. When this card presents itself, you're being challenged to protect your interests. Oh, I guess, are you like planning to move on? Are you done finally waiting for whoever this is? Is that what it is? You're done waiting for them. It's about time. My gosh. Ooh. The Mars card indicates a type of passion and drive that is linked to the spirit and life force. In ancient British magic, this type of energy was the cunning fire that enabled men and women to act like gods and goddesses. To create and defend, to build energy, to seek and claim, to force and pursue. I don't like that. I don't like that last part, the forcing and pursuing. Ooh, thus to change fate. Okay, so this card coming up means a fire has been lit under the passions, and it's time to achieve what you want in life. So, what does that mean? At least you're being shown a clear path. It could be romantic or sexual in nature, or it could also involve other types of relationships. But more importantly, goals that should be pursued at the current time and as vigorously as possible. That makes me nervous. As vigorously as possible. I don't know. I mean, if it's time for twins to come together, I kind of would love to have a new twin come forward. I would love for you to be like raging gay. I'm not even joking. Like the more flamboyant, the better. I'd let you do my makeup. I'm so serious right now. I'm taking applications for a new twin flame. Prerequisite is you have to be extremely flamboyantly gay. Yes, not bisexual, just gay. That you would never find me attractive except when you do my makeup and my hair. And that's it. I'll let you dress me too. I'll let you pick my clothes. I could be that type of BFF for you. I'll let you design my facial stuff. You could do all sorts of things. I'll let you dye my hair. That's the only type of twin I'm interested in at this point. That's the only type. You have to be flamboyant in your gayness, and I will be happy with that. I will welcome you with open arms. Yes. It can indicate a formidable competitor has just arrived on the scene. So it's almost like they see that they're about to be replaced. Yo, see, Tiffany understands. I could be your BFF for life, baby boo. You could tell me about all the boys. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Oh, so this card corresponds with the Emperor card. That's what you're dealing with. Someone who has Emperor type energy. emperors. I don't know if you realize this, but you can't tell them what to do. They believe they are above the laws of man. And I think that's what the problem is. Michael says, oh, there's a problem. There will be if you don't be quiet. there will be. You want some? I got some. I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't got anything for you. Three of staves in reverse. Assistant with an ulterior motive. They're being assisted. They're being assisted. Gaze says you may be bombarded by thousands of offers. I love that. I would love that. Go ahead and offer. I might even open the message. So they're being assisted, whoever this is. They're being assisted either by someone in your life who they've like turned to the dark side. They're now a Sith Lord. I'm just saying, they're helping the Sith Lord. And you are still some sort of Jedi. Okay? They're being helped. I'm sorry. I'll quit messing around. I will not do that Jedi hand move. But do you like seeing that though? I bet you do. You like seeing that. You're going to give this video a thumbs up. And you're going to subscribe. Okay, I'll stop. Three of staves. Assistance with an ulterior motive. Diminishing adversity. So they're being assisted by something that has access to information that can be utilized to disarm you. There's just some magical stuff going on right now. So we have Knight of Staves, a journey, advancement into the unknown, alteration, flight, absence, change of residence. Oh, shoot. It's about to get serious. Whoever this is, they are changing where they live. I don't know if they're moving closer to you. I don't know if they know where you live, but it's almost like wherever they were living, that's done. That is just done. They're done with that. I don't know if they were living with like now a former partner, but they're done with that. And so they're really just focused on you at this point. Advancement into the unknown. Like they can't guarantee how you're going to react, but they don't even care at this point. Like it's almost a sense of like, I just have to try. Go ahead. You go ahead. You try. You go ahead. You put as much effort as you want into trying. That is your right to try whatever you want to try. Okay. But for you, if you are not wanting to entertain anything, then, I don't know what this spells out for you. I think I'm starting to sweat. How many clothes am I wearing? I'm wearing, I think, like 3 shirts. Yes, I am. 2 pants, 3 shirts, sweatshirt, a beanie. I just took off my socks. Okay. Let's see. Proximity. Michael says the heat comes from proximity. Oh my God. Are they watching you right now? Oh, me? They're watching me. This is not my reading. What are you talking about? Are they watching you? I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I'm having hot flashes right now too. I wonder, maybe I'm pulling in your energy, Tiffany. I just blame you. It's Tiffany's energy. I'm just feeling Tiffany's energy. This is crazy though, because it's like It's almost like they're being so guided towards what to do to kind of just undo your defenses. Are they just not a charming person? And now they're being told how to charm you. It's kind of like that. I don't know that I like that. I don't know that I like that because it's almost like, so then is what's approaching you fake? Is it just like this act that they're putting on to what, impress you? That's not impressive. That's just not impressive. I don't know. Maybe you guys need to make it a point to like I'd be drawn to Geminis are impressive in that way because boy, oh boy, are they charming. Those friendly mofos. Geminis are friendly mofos. Um, I don't know, but I feel like whoever this is for you, it's almost like this sense of they're very selective. And there's also a draw in that too, though, like being very selective of who you give your time and attention to. Because if they're very selective and they're putting all this focus on you, I mean, that's a huge compliment, is it not? I'm just weird like that. I don't know. I don't know how to take compliments except when it's like this odd type of thing. Like if a heterosexual man tells me that I'm attractive, I'm just like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then if like um heterosexual woman tells me that I'm pretty, I'm just like, mm-hmm. Is you lying? But is you lying? Are you just saying that because you're worried that I'm gonna know that you secretly don't like me in your head? But then here I am. If like it's an extremely flamboyant gay man, I'm just like, oh my god, boo, thank you. Ew, you like me for real? Like, what do you like? It's weird. I'm just weird like that. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. So what if they're just confused? What if they're confused because it's such a hard thing to get a read on you? Well, that's what you get for trying to read people without their permission, right? I don't feel like people should be reading anyone without their permission. I don't even feel like you should read people even with their permission. You know what I mean? Like, there's been a few people, not a lot, but a few, less than a handful, who, in the past, instead of communicating what they wanted me to know, they're like, um, you should just read my mind. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. I'm not just going to read your mind. I'm not going to enter your freaking brain and read your mind. I don't want to do that. So I'm wondering, is this someone that doesn't know how to communicate? You know what I mean? Is this someone that doesn't know how to communicate, and it's almost like they're hoping that you'll be the one to communicate what they are too afraid to communicate. That makes no kind of sense at all. Does that make sense to you guys? Because that doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would we do that? All seriousness, like, why would we do that? Why would you do that? Because I would just be like, oh, I guess you have nothing to say, rather than trying to like go out of my way to piece together all these breadcrumbs so that I can retrieve an entire loaf of bread for you. Like, no, that's just so inefficient. Just say what you want to say. Okay, let's keep it moving. Now I'm irritated. Let's keep it moving. Triggered another hot flash. Two of Swords. Balanced force, firmness, stalemate. It's a stalemate. It's a stalemate. Oh God. It's like a twin flame reading. Is that what it is? Oh. Okay. So it says balanced force, firmness, stalemate, affection. Right, Mary. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anywho. That just killed the vibe. That just killed the vibe. Okay, 6 of coins. Generosity, philanthropy, charity, gratification, and gifts. Okay, so I'm wondering. That doesn't feel right. Hold the phone. All right, Biddy Tarot. Okay. Giving, receiving, sharing wealth, generosity, and charity. Really, feel free to donate to the foundation. Feel free. It's okay. I won't be upset with that. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, okay. You may be like the wealthy man in this card, sharing your wealth and abundance with others. You have accumulated great wealth and are now in a position to offer assistance to those in need. You give generously through charitable donations, tithing, or fundraising, and enjoy the good feelings associated with helping others. Even if you're not financially wealthy, you offer up your time, energy, love, and support to those who are in need, knowing it will be appreciated. Giving of your time or your wisdom is often just as spiritually fulfilling as giving away money or gifts. Hmm. That's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. So it says the 6 of Pentacles is a card representing financial harmony. The amounts flowing in and out are in balance, and you are thankful for what you have and happy to share. So it's this sense of like, what do you call it? It's almost like this sense of they've been watching you really stepping into your power and your grace, giving more freely of yourself and your truth. And it's almost a sense of like that is what is really drawing them in, because I assume this is a person who checks in with you every once in a while, maybe without you knowing it. Again, it's not that nasty stalker vibe. You know what I mean? It's that I don't know. It's weird. It's this sense of like, because I don't like when people try and stalk me and try and like gather information. Like, I don't give a shit. But then it's not that feeling. You know what I mean? Because I do have some people who I know they have a dislike for me because I walked away. And every once in a while they will check in. They will look at, what I'm doing, what I'm up to, how my business is doing, all of that. And it's not that type of feeling. Ooh, partner rewards. Okay. No backup, no problem. That's what it says. I'm just saying, let's see what it says. Save list, I wonder if this is some sort of connectivity that is on a soul level. Oh my God. That's a lot of money, Ocean Lover. She says. I mean, mathematically, it's logical. I was just thinking the other day, if 1,000 of us could give $26 by the end of next month, even in increments if needed, then that's a $26,000 contribution right there. It is. It is. It feels like this is someone who consistently, regularly will check in to see See what's happening, see what's going on with you in your life. It's not like the creepy stalker vibe. I don't know why I have to keep repeating that. Ugh, stalkers are so disgusting. I'm just telling you. Mm. Yo, baby boo, it's not cute if someone is stalking you. It's just not. If you don't have enough life experience yet to understand that someone who disrespects you every time they do, let me please be the one to help you understand that. Stalking you is very, very disrespectful. And if you entertain any of that, you've given permission for them to continue disrespecting you, and it will escalate. It will. It will. So, no, that's not how to do it. Definitely not. Um, but it's a sense of like this person that this reading is about. It's not a stalker type of vibe. Um, this is someone who checks in because it's like something deep inside them tells them that you need to check in, you need to look, almost like um, it's almost like this sense of like they have to just kind of look at where you're at, like within your life, just to make sure that you're okay. You know what I mean? It's not to like harvest information that they're going to use against you and yada, yada, yada. No, it does not feel like that at all. I do feel people who are like that, like the ugliness of it in your periphery. Um, they're not that far outside your circle. So you have to be careful about that. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. You have to be careful that you're not misidentifying people, because if you apply this to someone who's a stalker, oh my god, the amount of cluster fuckery. Jesus, Mary, Joseph, the three wise men, the animals in the manger, and the fucking little drummer boy in the field. No, don't do that. Don't give any of your time or energy to people who are disrespectful to your existence. Those people can go hashtag hug a dick. For real. I have zero regard for people like that. But this energy feels like it's someone who, it's not that they're incapable of moving forward. The energy strikes me as someone who has absolutely no problem moving forward. Someone who has absolutely no problem shutting off emotions and feelings. Like, hey, we would get along. We would so get along. And I'm totally like that. Like, I'm good. Turn it off. You know what I mean? They have no problem disengaging, but for some reason there's, that's cute. The red string of fate. There is this really old Japanese belief of this red string of destiny, right? It's like it's a red string. It's tied to you, to your finger, and it stretches and it ties to all the people who is supposed to be in your life, who you're supposed to cross paths with. It's almost like, yeah, y'all got that. And it's like a little bit of a tug, and they come running back and they're checking, like, you okay? Are you okay? I'm okay. And it's like they just got to make sure that you're okay. Uh why don't you guys just be friends? Like Jesus, Mary, Joseph. Ah. That's so exhausting. Why don't you just be friends? So instead of having to like go through all your posts and stuff, they could just be like, text you, hey, you okay? Felt you today. It is so much easier if we can just be very matter of fact with our approach in all of this. You know what I mean? It's so much easier to be able to just like openly text someone like, hey, you popped in my thoughts today. You all right? Just want to make sure. I've been known to text people like that. I ain't got time for the whole like, okay, I'm going to go through your whole profile just to see how you're doing. And then I'm going to try and like, figure out what these posts mean. Yo, most of my posts have nothing to do with what I'm going through in my life. Just for anyone who is trying to keep tabs on me in that way, whatever's going on in my life, it's not actually posted online. Sometimes what happens is, like, say I'm going through a really difficult moment, I'll post a lot of funny ass shit. Why? Because I don't want to deal with the heaviness of whatever I'm going through. Hmm. Or everything can be perfectly fine. And I'm just in this really, really deep introspective mode. And so what I'm doing is I'm looking at all this poetry and I'm posting it, and people are like, oh my God. Oh my God. She's, oh my gosh, she's probably like going to get a divorce. And little do they know, I'm over here cuddled up with my husband posting shit while he's sniffing my hair. Yo, you know, you really can't judge things by what you find online. It's better if you're just an adult about things, and if you want to know something, ask. And have enough maturity to understand not all your questions need to be answered. Not everyone will be allowed into my space, and you have to be okay with that. You have to. Because I'm not going to be apologetic. If your energy makes me feel some kind of yucky way, then it makes me feel some kind of yucky way. You are going to be barred from my space if you continue with your bullshit. See, sometimes you're having a rough day, and that's why your energy feels like shit to me. And I just kind of step back and, like, okay, you might be going through something. I'm going to leave that alone for now. But when you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, then I go from you might be having a rough day. Let me just give you your space. To then I go to this place of, oh, you just have a shitty attitude. Oh, you entitled, huh? How about fuck that and fuck you? Mm-hmm. No, you're out for real. You out. You big out. You permanently out. See, you are entitled to you. No one else is entitled to you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to put things on display if you don't feel like it. No, you don't. Like, there's times where Michael will tell me something like he is right now, and I'm just clearly ignoring him, right? And people will be like, oh my gosh, you have to tell us what Michael said. No, I fucking don't. Why don't you text him? Ask him what he said. I don't got his number. Oh, well, then I guess you're not part of the inner circle of trust. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be just selective with your energy and yourself. You have to, and you can't be apologetic about it, because the people, the mongrels of the world, these people who feel like they can consume. Okay, succubus, you can suck somewhere else, because no, no, just a big fat no. A rolled up fatty lighted up. They can suck on that. Oh, that escalated, didn't it? That escalated to a degree that I was not anticipating. We must get rid of the demonic behavior. Can you hear it? Cleanse me of my bullshit. Clean me right up. My behavior is going to shit. Let me put my practitioner away. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's going to be okay. Card number 51, Mercury retrograde reinvention. So this is the present, okay? This is the present. This is the now energy. Okay, let's see. I don't even want to read the whole thing. Let's just go in brief. Glitches, screw ups, miscommunications, carelessness, cancellations, misunderstandings. See what I'm saying? Unfavorable time for explaining or solving arguments. Let the bitches stew. Let them percolate in their own caca. Okay? Let them just percolate in that. Okay. Eruption of quarrels, mechanical failures, difficulties reaching a decision, poor judgment, mistaken purchases. Oh my God. Don't say that. Unfavorable time to launch businesses, fixing what is broken, a job accepted. Oh, wait. Not turning out as planned. Yes. Life slowing down. Yes. Contemplation. All right. Two of Swords. Let's see. Two of Swords. Didn't Two of Swords come out earlier? Yep. Two of Swords came out earlier. Balanced force, firmness, stalemate. So they thought, but they didn't factor in Mercury. Mercury and RX. They didn't factor that in. So again, it goes back to that concept of they really thought that they could do whatever it is they did, which is probably try and push you out of their life. And it backfired. Good job. So now they're here to revise things. I'm over this reading, you guys. I'm just, yeah. Okay. Michael says to push through. I will push through. Eight of Staves in reverse. Thorns of dispute. Jealousy, harassment, stagnation, domestic quarrels. I don't think this has to do with you. Woohoo! Oh, shit. The intrigue. The Pisces in me just perked up. Like, oh, drama. I don't like to be in drama or live drama or start drama. But everybody likes a good show. I mean, I'm not trying to celebrate someone else's, suffering, but okay. So it says thorns of dispute, jealousy, harassment, stagnation, domestic quarrels. So the thing that I get is that, like, oh my gosh, they were in a relationship and they broke up with their person, and they broke up with their person not necessarily because of you, like you weren't the determining factor, but you made it a lot easier to walk away. And here's the thing, it's almost like their person is jealous of you. Maybe they've told their person about you or their former person about you. And what happened is the former partner is now like, oh, are you going to just go back and try and get with her? Ooh, shit. If I could eat some popcorn, bitches, I'd be popping it right now. Oh my God. This is a whole fucking fight about the I shouldn't be laughing. I'm just like, what? How the fuck they turn it back on you when you've been just living your life? Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all. Yeah, no, you're the waterfall. They're chasing you. And you're over there, sachet, just wafting your damn percolated freaking pheromones everywhere, and everyone's breathing it in, and everyone's drunk off your energy. Bitch, sit down. You're creating problems because you're existing. I love it. I live for it. Just don't make me part of it. That's the thing. Don't make me part of that shit. I like a peaceful life. I like my life peaceful. Yeah, this is some shit, yo. This is some shit. Nervous laughter. Okay, 4 of Cups. Ugh. This is some shit for real. How the hell did you get brought into that? You're like literally living your life. Okay. All right. Shah Khan has just requested keep singing the waterfall song. Do I look like a jukebox? Joking. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. Okay, weariness, aversion, disgust, disappointment, bitter experience, stationary period in your life. Okay, what's going on here? Mm-hmm. Aloofness. Okay. So it's a bitter experience. You're in a stationary period. Oh, they're in a stationary period. Oh my gosh. Okay, so all the laughter has gone. Yes, a narcissistic type of situation is what just popped up. It's this thing of like, were they dealing with someone who was bordering on narcissistic type behaviors? And have they been like severely gaslit and emotionally like battered? Excuse me. Because that's not funny. It's almost a sense of they've been like emotionally battered. And that's what's causing them to feel really unsure. One of the things about people who are AB abusive, they like to get the upper hand. How do they get the upper hand? Usually through finances. Usually they'll offer you things and get you used to a lifestyle that obviously that you cannot sustain on your own. And then what happens? Well, now you're stuck. They get you comfortable with not working. They get you, all of these different things. And it's kind of just like, yeah. And I think that's what happened. Whoever this is, they have been through a lot. And it's almost like they don't know how to navigate through this. Like, they don't want you to get involved in whatever this is, because I don't know, for however long this relationship that they've had has been going, I guess you keep being brought up. I've had that happen to me too, where it's like, look, for real, bitch. I'm not fucking part of your relationship. Like, leave me out of that shit. For real. Like, seriously. I think that's what this person has gone through. And I think what's happening is they're having to go through this huge, huge personal upheaval. And they've had to reconstruct their entire life. They're probably still in the process of it. That's sad. That's really sad. That is. I'm not trying to make excuses for people. Whoever said that, you're a fucking dick. Oh, there she goes making excuses. No, there I go, understanding someone's situation that they're living through. See, the difference between me and you, I'm a strong woman. A strong woman, a strong human being, period. Because a strong woman, strong man. A strong person will never hold against you the shit you're already suffering through. And to take it a step further, not only will I not hold it against you that you've gone through things that are helping you to learn and you're suffering through it, I will fucking defend you in the face of strangers in your absence, because you deserve to be loved in that way, supported in that way. Where just because you haven't shown loyalty to me, just because you haven't done things that are obvious and overt when it comes to me feeling like I should be loyalty, I don't give a shit about that. The fact that you're suffering and struggling, someone needs to protect you from life, at least for a little bit. You need to feel, at least for a little bit, that someone actually has got you with no ulterior motive, nothing to gain, just because you deserve to be treated well. So, no, like I said, this is not me making excuses for people. And trust me, I'm really good at that too. But I'm also good at calling people out on their bullshit, just like I called you out. I might get irritated easily, but I'm not a bitter person. I'm not full of hate or animosity. I don't celebrate when people suffer and struggle. I don't care what you've done to me. I could never celebrate that. And that's how I know I'm a good person. How do you know that you are? Because that's a really fucked up logic. Kicking someone while they're down, that's weakness. It is. It's evidence of weakness. See, I'm the type of warrior, I'm gonna help you up. Doesn't mean we're friends. I'm gonna help you up. I'm gonna nurse you back to good health. And then we'll fucking fight. It's no honor to me to fight someone that I know could never defend themselves against me. That's not honorable. That's weakness. Mm-hmm. Didn't think I'd hear you, huh? Well, I did. Should work on your shields instead of watching videos on YouTube. You should also work on your logic, because you have a shitty logic. I feel like people who have no problem being so open with their judgmentalness, I don't feel like you deserve for me to be gentle with you. I feel like maybe for the first time in your life, you need to see a mirror of your behavior. Let me match your energy. You want me to extend to you the same type of compassion that I'm extending to some stranger that I don't know but has been knocked on their feet. Type of compassion you refuse to give, right? So what makes you feel like I should extend that to you? And I invite you to be in the comments. It tells me a lot. You won't even comment. You won't even admit that it's you that I'm addressing. Your cheeks are turning red. Your breathing is being affected. You're embarrassed. You should be. Your behavior is insufferable. Doesn't make you a bad person. Just means you've been called out on shitty behavior. So if you don't like that, either don't come back here or start looking at yourself and seeing why you behave that way. You'd still be welcome, as long as you stop your shitty behavior. And don't think you can hide behind the screen. Energy is everywhere. You hold that device, you listen to my voice, energies connect. The beautiful thing about this space, when energies connect, and I'm able to sit here and allow you to sit with me, that's what helps you to understand you are acceptable. There is nothing wrong with you. It works both ways. It's the same person from last time, Moonrock. It's the same person from last time. So the moon in reverse, a minor deception recognized before damage is done, trifling mistakes, overcoming temptation. So, mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Overcoming temptation. I wonder if it's this thing of being tempted to get back in that ugly relationship that ended. Because it doesn't feel like it's temptation on your end. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like it's temptation on your end where um, you're wanting to repeat ugly things. You know what I'm saying? It feels like it's something outside of you, but it's somehow connected to you. Yes, ocean lover. Look at this. This is a love-oriented, empowering space, not human love, but omni-love. The type of love that can look you in the eyes, call you out on your bullshit so that you can finally understand what you need to begin assessing about yourself so that you can grow beyond your toxicity. It's not about me calling you out to point out and embarrass you. I can feel your embarrassment, yes. It's about me standing as a mirror and allowing you to see, either by me reflecting back to you your same energy, matching that energy, or very bluntly letting you know. And that provides you a very powerful, powerful opportunity to choose to modify your behaviors. Not because you're not good enough unless you modify it, but because you deserve to understand and feel what it feels like to be whole. Only the truly fractured, broken people seek to hurt others. I'm a whole person. I don't need to intentionally hurt people. And granted, sometimes the truth that comes out of my mouth and the way it comes out can be abrasive, it can be hurtful. But I have to speak the language that you understand. I have to. If I want you to understand what I'm trying to say, it has to be done in your vernacular. Does it not? It's like when we're still in high school and, I remember I didn't want to have to learn another language because I was already bilingual at that point, right? I'm bilingual. And it came time to pick a language for high school. And I was just like, well, something like 40% of my native tongue is already Spanish. Cuchara. Yes. And it was this thing of like, I'm going to pick Spanish. Well, I was hanging out with a bunch of girls who were like ridiculously intelligent overachievers, and they all chose French. And I was like, no, I can't. I don't do French. And yeah, sometimes at lunch they would try and speak to me in French, and I was just like, I don't take French. Why would you try and use French on me? Like, I don't speak French at all. I'm not drawn to the French language. Like, wow. And my girlfriends, my friends, they totally were like, you should just switch to French, but I don't want to speak French. That's a thing. I suffer from perfectionism. And if I can't guarantee that I'll excel beyond what I'm capable of, I don't even want to try it. So I didn't want to try French. So why would you try and speak French to me? I have to speak in whatever way you understand, whatever way is already your existing vernacular. And so I do. There's times where people who are abrasive, I'll speak to them extremely abrasively, just like how they say it, what they say and how they say it, the inflection in their voice. And they're like, oh my God, why are you talking like that? Because motherfucker, that's how you talk. Huh? And when I say something in a nice way, you say, why are you always blah, blah, blah? Yeah, okay. So don't sound very good. Do it. Don't sound very good. Do it. So sometimes we have to recognize what we don't like in other people. It's probably a reflection of what we don't like in ourselves. And instead of fracturing that part of you, fragmenting yourself by scooping out that part, why don't you integrate it? Reintegrate it, make it a part of you so you feel even more whole. And, there's a time and a place for abrasiveness. It's not all the time in everyday life. But just because it's not all the time in everyday life does not mean there's not a time and a place to tap into that part of you that can be abrasive. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. So we have to allow ourselves to really recognize where we are in our journey. 5 of Coins in reverse, reversal of a bad trend, new interest in matters, overcoming ruin, disharmony in marriage or love interest. So they had a disharmonic situation. I think it's being phased out already for those who are interested in knowing how this is going to play out. is being phased out at this point, whatever that relationship is. They're taking a new interest in you because you represent a part of their growth that really they struggle to cultivate in your absence. This has more to do with growing you in a spiritual sense than it has to do with romance. For some, it has a potentiality of becoming romantic. But if that's your goal, just the romance of everything, I don't know. I don't know. I think you're going to be missing the point. Okay. I think you're going to be missing the point. So, card number 1, Sun Spirit. There's a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all time, this expression is unique. You are unique. I think they tried to find a replacement for you, is what it is. I think they found a person, a partner that was willing to play the role. Oh my God, that's how they know about you. Jesus Christ. This gets messier and messier. Oh my God, get out the wet wipes. What the fuck is this? No, there's no fucking way. Oh, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. 'Cause this reading is bullshit. What the fuck? Yo, for real. This is bullshit. I just got to get a hold of myself right now. This just gave me indigestion. Like, for real. For real. As my youngest would say, my brain feels concussed. Like, for real. I feel like I hit my head on something. The gravity of this shit. Oh my God. Okay. So the sense that I get is they probably walked away from you. They were so butthurt about something that happened between the two of you, right? Oh, the veins in my neck are popping out. Yeah. The veins in my forehead are as well, for real. Okay, you see that? See that? You can't fake that shit. You can't fake that. Okay, let's check the other side. Yep, that side too. Okay, now that we've established how much this has just aggravated me. So they couldn't get their way with you. So they found a clone of you. Maybe someone who doesn't look like you, but someone who was willing to imitate everything about you. Michael says, calm down, calm down. I will not fucking calm down. Wow. This just went toxic. This just went real toxic. How far do I go into this conversation? I have 13 minutes. 13 minutes. How far do I want to go into this conversation? And here it is. It's also the need to express who we are. The sun is a desire to bring on the outside what exists on the inside. It's a life made manifest. So it's this thing of like, I don't know what offends me more. Because that's so offensive. That's so disrespectful. It's okay to move on. It's not okay to get a doppelganger. That's not okay. Because, see, then it carries with it the implication that Speaking in general terms, hypothetically, you don't want me, you want the novelty of me. Go buy a blow-up doll. Go buy a blow-up. That's the same fucking thing. Go buy a custom-made blow-up doll with my dimensions. Make sure they replicate my face. That's the same fucking thing. That is so disrespectful. And Michael's over here. Why are you making yourself mad? Am I making myself mad, or should I not have a right to feel pissed off for whoever this applies to? Am I making myself mad, or am I aware, so cognitively aware of the different ways in which people cope? And just because it's a coping mechanism does not make it okay. You know what I'm saying? I think there's only about 8 billion people. So, I don't know, yo. This is, are you guys okay? Like, do you take that as a compliment if someone, you know, ooh, if I rule the world, I free all my sons. I love them, baby. That black diamonds and pearls. If I rule the world, walk right up to the sun, hand in hand. Walk right up to the sun, we will land. Last chance round trip. Fuck you and your round trip. I don't think so. Okay. Whew. I'm gonna go pinch my husband. I don't know why. I gotta pinch my husband. Like, I don't know. Gotta pinch him to make sure he's real. Because I don't know. I think I really lucked out. I think I really, really lucked out with who I chose to be a life partner. Yeah. Like all of the bullshit drama that happens in the readings, there's none of that. I don't have to deal with any of that kind of shit. Seriously, yo, there's people who exist who don't put you through this type of shit. There are people who exist who can love you in the way you deserve and want without you having to ask. Why pinch the man to make sure he's real? I'm not going to pinch myself. If he yells, that tells me he's real. Not hard. I'm not going to pinch him hard. I just want to make sure he's real. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you guys. Telling you guys, you know, my husband's not no chump. It's not like, you know, I'm chopped liver and he had no other options. Like, he had plenty of options, plenty of ladies pursuing his Gemini ass. I'm just saying. It's just craziness to me. All right. No, I don't want to read from the Rumi deck. I just don't. I don't want to read from the Rumi deck. This has irked me so badly. My eczema is flaring up right now. I just gotta chill out, is what it is. Like, there's no point in me getting upset about shit that really does not even pertain to me because I never allowed that shit to pertain to me. Okay. Oh, was it your birthday, Ocean Lover? Wait, what? Oh my gosh, did we miss your birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Ow, ow. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ocean Lover. All right, let me get my all tangled ass hair into. This is just. Okay. I'm just saying. All right. It's just. Just breathe. Just breathe. Okay. I sprayed the shit out of my shirt. All right. All right. Here goes. Here goes. Okay, so I don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's Krishnu. There is a spiritual intelligence within your soul. It is the genius of becoming, of ripening from potential into glorious manifestation. Intimate communion with your own heart will reveal what it is you're truly yearning for, and set the process in motion for that yearning to be satisfied. The holy fire is Kali, and she is within your soul. Follow the yearning, seek the light. Let yourself burn bright for what inspires you, and you shall see the path to fruition clearly before you. Believe in what is meant to be. What is meant to be is your growth. Okay. It has everything to do with allowing yourself to grow beyond the limitations of your traumas, disappointments, unrealized expectations, lost wishes, forgotten dreams, all of those things, those negative things that make you feel less than. You're only less than to people who don't understand the gravity of what you already are. Let that sink in. You are only less than when you stand in the presence of people who don't understand what you already are. I came across a video, and this guy is telling a story. And the story goes, there was a girl, she was turning 16 or something like that, and her dad gave her his old car. And he says to her, before you do anything with this car, I want you to go to the dealership and ask them what it's worth. And the dealership is like, I'll give you $10,000 for the car. And she comes back to her dad, and her dad goes, okay, I want you to go to a pawn shop and ask them what they would give you for the car. And the pawn shop says, I'll give you $1,000 for the car. And then the dad says, tomorrow is a car meetup. I want you to go to the car meetup and tell me what they say. And she goes to the car meetup and they offer her $100,000 for her car. She understood the value then. So long as you go into spaces and exist in spaces that don't understand the gravity of who and what you already are, they're not going to understand the true value of you. Set your value in accordance with what that value is, not what you're begging people to agree to. Not what you are begging people to agree is your value. Once upon a time, I came across an old ad that I had put. I didn't run an ad, but it was a graphic for a listing that I had on Etsy. And the listing was for a full-on Celtic cross reading or something like that. It was like, honestly, it was like $15, right? Something like that. I don't remember, but it was just like some really, really, really low number. And I distinctly remember when I was making that, I was in Texas and I was existing as such a fractured person. That was a really, really difficult period in my life. And I felt so fractured by life itself. And I remember making that ad or that image, the graphic. And I remember like, I was trying not to cry because I was like, no one is going to pay that. This is stupid. I'm just going to embarrass myself. Like, I don't even want to put this up, like, this is so stupid. No one is ever going to pay. I think it was like $20, I want to say, or maybe it was like $13, something like that. No one is ever going to pay for me to pull some stupid cards they can fucking buy themselves. That was back in like 2016. I was existing in an environment that told me I had no permission to allow myself to receive any type of compensation for anything that I do, and that I should just be grateful that I'm supported. Mind you, I was homeless. And everything that I was giving away, they had no problem taking. Knowing that I'm displaced with quite a few children, they had no problem receiving. They had no problem gaslighting me into this belief that unless I give everything away, keep only the bare minimum just for groceries and gas, that I am somehow selfish and greedy, that I'm not allowed to tap into the type of power that naturally exists within me. That if I do, then I make other people feel uncomfortable. Because why? Because you're comparing yourself to something that you're not. But I had to modify myself in order to fit in. Why? Because I'm just so different. And I make people uncomfortable with how different I am. And I had to learn the hard way. That is not my problem to solve. Yes, I have to be aware of that. Yes. But do I have to fix your insecurities? No, they're yours. They're your insecurities, not mine. And so instead of doing that, I now focus on growing the parts of me that can better help me understand the reality of me and what I'm here to do. People who have no idea of the true gravity of you can never really be expected to understand the truth of who you already are. Because you already are who you are. You're simply in this process called life to undo the programming that has caused you to believe to such a deep degree that you're something outside of who you already are, who you've been this whole time. That's what you're going through. That's what ascension is. The releasing of the shackles that create the tension that keep you from rising. Here's the thing, though. What if you're an arrow? And the more backwards movement, the more tension is loaded. The more tension that's loaded, the more energy can be transmuted, transformed into a forward trajectory. And that however far back you are pulled by your life and your life lessons, that's however much forward amplified you will be launched. But it's up to you if these are things you want to begin exploring within yourself, or if these are things that you feel like it applies to everyone else but you. I can't convince you of anything. I just can't, you know. I used to live my life in a way where I felt like I had to convince people to see themselves in the way that I see you. And you'd think that'd be a sweet thing, but then what I ended up facing doing that was a couple folks saying that I'm a fake and I am a liar, and why the fuck am I so nice to everyone all the time, as though that's something bad. So you're kind of damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, right? How about I don't give a shit at this point? How about I do if I feel like it, and I don't if I don't? And in that whole thing, always, always, always choose me and my growth. Me, my growth, and my peace. I think we've lived for long enough trying to appease people who don't even know what they want. How could you ever give them what they want if they don't know what they want? That's like the concept of, I just want people to love me for me, yet you've never shown anyone who you actually are. And that's one of the greatest lessons I've learned in the past couple of years, is that I always just wanted people to just accept me for me as I am. Yet I had such a crippling fear of anyone seeing who I actually am, which is the person you see right now. And I was so afraid, like, what if people see this? What if? And when I lost my fear of that what if, you know what happened? I allowed myself to be witnessed. And in that witnessing me, I ended up creating a community with all of you where we all can just be who we are. And there's no big deal. It's no big deal if we don't agree. It's no big deal if you're at a different place within your journey. You are welcome here. And no, let me keep this very, very honest and very, very raw. Not everyone is welcome here. If you are toxic, you are not welcome here. If you are toxic and choose to continue to be toxic, you are not welcome here. No, I don't need to accept all bookings, all memberships, no. And this is who I am. So you either respect the shit out of that or go away and hate me silently. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. You was going to be toxic anyways. And I'm going to choose to protect this sacred space that I created. And absolutely, I'm willing to fucking go to war over it. Abso-fucking-lutely. Because now it's this thing of like, I'm not just in a field with random people. No, I'm constructing my actual kingdom. A kingdom where the people who choose to identify as my people will receive the benefits of being my people, which is what? Safe and sacred space to allow yourself to be who you are. And people might be like, you know, the manipulative ones, they'll be like, oh, but Emmy, you just said like, you know, we can be who we are. Yeah, you can. But then you also said like, you know, we can't be here if we're toxic. What is it? Can we be who we are or not? You can still be your toxic ass self, just not here. See, there's There's no ifs, ands, or buts with you being who you are. Just like there's no ifs, ands, or buts with me being someone who is selective about who I allow into my space. You made me burp. There's no mix or match with that. Like, no, I'm not going to tell you you can't be toxic. You just can't fucking be toxic here. Go to your mom's house, be toxic there. Go to your dad's house, go to your sibling's house, go to your lover's house, go to the library, go to an inner fucking city, be toxic over there. Be toxic over there. You can be toxic wherever you want, just not here. Because this is my actual spiritual home. And the beautiful thing about a warrior queen goddess in the flesh is I'll put you in your fucking place if you try and be disrespectful in my temple. Yeah. I will put you in your fucking place so that you'll learn. Here, we don't do that. And if you're not willing to learn that, if you're not willing to respect that, go be disrespectful somewhere else. Because I have every right to cultivate this space for the people who are respectful, who are supportive in my process as I learn to love myself more deeply. And because of that, I have to show them love at that depth and make sure this space remains as pure as it possibly can be for me, so I can continue to be a reflection of my own internal purity and integrity. You guys, my main thing is this. Monica, love it. Congratulations on your wedding. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I forgot what I was gonna say now. I forgot. It's gone. It's gone. I don't know, guys. Okay. Let's see. The Hindu texts say that Agni exists not only as fire, but as lightning in the sun itself. Lightning is a symbol for sudden illumination that emerges unexpectedly, often in the midst of a tremendous psychological or emotional storm. In that sense, Agni is a power to see with clarity. Such a powerful, searing insight can be intense enough to uproot a stubborn psychological pattern permanently. This is one reason why Kali is known as the first of the seven tongues of Agni, the divine fire. The jolt of her uprising wisdom, the severity of her suddenly bestowed clarity can burn down the house we have built. We can no longer sustain a comfortable delusion. Ooh. We can no longer sustain a comfortable delusion. That is intense. We must become honest with ourselves or change our approach to a situation based on the new information available. There is a temporary loss to gain greater freedom to grow on all levels. As the sun, Agni represents the light that ends the darkness, yet Kali, the divine mother of dark grace, is the first of the tongues of divine fire. This is the key to Kali's mysteries. It differentiates her from the concept of darkness as an evil or obstructive force against our spiritual awakening. Kali leads us into darkness to free us, not to impede our progress. What I found is that everything that is powerful about you is hidden in your shadows. And why is this? It is because as human beings who were hybridized with a terrestrial species, as part of our survival instinct, we fear the darkness. We fear the nighttime. Our vision, our senses are very, very limited in the darkness. We are not nocturnal. We are diurnal. And with that, in order for you to be able to dive deep enough into your darkness to retrieve these very, very powerful aspects of you, you have to have developed a certain level of maturity in order to lose the fear. You cannot tap into those extremely elevated parts of you until you develop the maturity to do so.
So it's hidden in the darkness. It's hidden in your shadow. There's nothing evil in your shadow. I've said this before. Your shadow is like a lovesick puppy. It is the only thing that stays with you your entire lifetime, following closely behind you or giving you the space that you need. Everything you go through, it's right there with you. It surrounded you as you grew in your mother's womb. People who think darkness is intrinsically evil, the most sacred space on this earth is completely dark. Your mother's womb. You grew in the secret of that darkness. You can't tell me darkness is intrinsically evil. Just because you fear the unknown does not make it evil. If you want to lose that fear, you have to face what you don't know and learn about it. I'm not talking about learning magical practices and doing rituals and all of this and all of that. There's nothing wrong with those things, but I'm not encouraging you to do those things. I want to make that very clear. I'm encouraging you to find the courage to face what you're afraid of. And the more I face the parts of me I fear, the more they become integrated with me and the more whole I become. Yes, I'm changing. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been changing, actively in the process of changing and ascending and releasing more of my resistance to my own personal journey and purpose. What's different about me? I'm becoming more whole. I'm rejecting less and less and less parts of me and my truth. And these weren't things that I kept hidden because I was ashamed. These were things that I felt I could not talk about because society would not understand. And I would make them even more afraid of me. So at the end of the day, through and through, I'm still Piscean all the way. Allowing my growth to be halted for the preferences of the people who don't understand. Just one of those things. Why would I need to do that? Because I don't. You have to make sure you begin making decisions that grow you in the most peaceful ways. Someone's watching you, okay? That's fine. Let them watch. Who cares? Why does it matter if they watch you? Why does it have to preoccupy you that someone who you already knew is watching you? Why? Be honest with yourself. Do you want that reconnection? That this is like the same damn breeding over and over and over and over. Be honest with yourself. Do you want that connection with this person? Do they want it with you? Is it time for you to maybe actually explore it so you can get it out of your system already? So you can finally see once and for all, is this really something that's going to work or no? Because this holding pattern that you're in, where you don't really want to let go, but you refuse to walk forward, you refuse to walk towards them, that is the root causation of your struggle and your pain. So what do you really want? Me, I want breakfast. I want breakfast. That's what I really want. So I'm going to do what I need, and I'm going to end this live so that I can go walk towards my breakfast. You guys, simply thinking about things is not going to fix whatever it is you're struggling through. It takes a consideration as well as the action behind the thoughts. If not, then you're kind of just in a holding pattern. And it's not because someone is holding you back, it's because you refuse to walk forward. You don't even have to walk forward. You can take a step to the side, take a step backwards. Whatever way you want to go, that's right for you. Whatever you choose, that's right for you. There's no specific direction you have to go in. Okay. There's no specific direction. Hey, Blake. This is my boo, you guys. I'm sorry, I'm put you on the screen. I volunteered him to be my boo. Remember that a few years ago? Not my boo, my twin. But his name is Boo. Hey, Boo. That's my twin. You got to see the first part of this live stream, Blake. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, I really do gotta go. I really do gotta go. This person's gonna keep watching you. They're gonna keep watching you and trying to figure out, like, I think they want a resolution. You know what I mean? I think they want a resolution, and I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what you need to do. But this can't remain in this holding pattern. It can't remain in this holding pattern. It has to be something that you have to choose to get out of it, whether walking away permanently and forever closing that entire book, or rereading that chapter and really assessing, get out the markers, get out the sticky notes, all of that. You know what I mean? It's up to you. It's really, really up to you. But yeah, I gotta go. My boo twin says, eat sweets. I can't. I gotta go eat some meat. Okay. You guys, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. If you're listening to me from podcast, please do whatever you're supposed to do. Download, like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. Maybe I should go on those podcasts and see. Maybe I should go on the apps and see. If you're into podcasts, if that's an easier way to listen to me, I'm on all the major podcast platforms, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, whatever, all of those. I don't know them. I don't listen to podcasts. I'm more of a visual learner. So whatever it is, you do it if it's good for you. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye, everyone.